Let's talk with Agatha then. Wait, what a pass. Deadly Nightshade.
Agatha, what is this?
The corrupted influence of the elder god Chthon. But we won't be able to heal the Abbey grounds until we've recovered the Moon Seal, stolen by Hiram Shaw.
Remind me about the seal?
I think you've gotten ahead of yourself, dear. You'll need to find the Moon Seal first. A trial awaits you.
Okay. So, not really special. Basically just get the seal and come back. Which, if that's all that I really need for it, then I believe one of those shrines was hidden, and with the magic that I now have, I should be able to access that. Another hangout. The Scenic Clearing. This area is far spookier than the previous areas, by far. This has got looped down. Yes, it does. Good. I was beginning to wonder. Oh, Spectre Witch Martha Richards. Interrogation record references a tree the villagers called the Life Taker. Its limbs held so many of the dead it needed to be fitted with iron supports. Martha Richards met her fate there.
Autumn reveals all.
It just pops up a key behind us. Cool. You know, one thing I do wonder regarding the witch trials...
Something terrible happened here.
And regarding the families that were harmed during it, I wonder if they got any, not necessarily a grievance, but if they had a chance to, for, I guess, a debt to be paid from what they had to deal with? The correct word is not comeuppance. I'll see if I think of the word.
This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the Coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
They came all the way from Transia with the Abbey to help a group they had never met?
You may not believe it, but I'm sure you would have done the same. Isn't that why the Sons are here today? Aside from that, your mother and Sarah both saw the signs of Chthon's influence. They knew there was more happening in Salem than the persecution of witches.
Chthon's corruption had taken root in the New World just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the Moon Seals to the Knights of Wondergore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the Moon Seal?
After the trials, the Moon Seal vanished, along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
Interesting. Alright, explore the church. So is there something I am looking for in particular? That goes to nowhere. Oh. Open the door. Explore the church grounds. Dang.
This must be Shaw's study.
Sometimes the look of the brew is more important to its effects than the taste. Fury Totem, Greater Strength Tonic.
Noble Oster guides my hand.
Oh, look at this. Some kind of seal that he had tried to make for an incantation or something. The Hierophant. Professor X channels his power to raise the knowledge necessary to be shared with his pupils. He holds in his hands the key to understanding. This card represents guidance and wisdom from a teacher. Just keep finding journals here. Ah, and that magic wall that I had seen earlier.
The ward is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool.
Talk to Strange.
Hello, Hunter.
Tell me about Hiram Shaw.
By all accounts, Hiram Shaw was a desperate man. Desperate for power, wealth, influence, the usual desires that cloud men's minds. As I understand it, he was a largely unsuccessful minister before his arrival at Salem, traveling from place to place, swindling whatever followers he managed to gain before being run out of town. To think that a simple man like Shaw finding a piece of the Darkhold was enough to set all of this in motion, it puts things in perspective.
What do you know about my father?
That's not an easy question, dear. What would you like to know? Was he a good man? Yes, I think he was. Your mother loved him dearly, and he doted over her. I think for a time she forgot who she was, where she came from. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. She and Sarah both deserve to find something more than just another fight with Chthon. Lilith did. Sarah didn't. At least, not for a while longer still. I honestly think that's the only thing she ever had against him, blood or not.
Did Wanda ever make it to this place?
I suspect she did, but if she discovered something, she didn't tell me. Until we speak again.
Alright, so learned a little bit. So now I gotta go all the way back and talk to Doctor Strange. Which normally I'd just fast travel, but since it gives me a chance to roll through the previous area and not unlock, but reveal some of the things that are hidden, I think it would be good. Only bad thing is I have to remember where some of those marks are. To reveal the hidden things, I mean.
Autumn be praised.
Standing stones whispering. Interesting. Do I do anything about these stones?
That did not work.
I'm guessing a certain order? Is there any hints? I could take a wild guess if need be. I'm not sure. And I do believe there's one that was kind of off to the side. That was one of those statues. I think over here.
This is which sign?
Not in here, actually. I believe down on this side. No, I guess through here. I was sure there was one. Oh, here's something.
He sees our path.
Oh, okay. I see now. This was the one I thought. Thought it would give something, but no. And then, was there... something here? Nah, I'm not too worried about them. The one that looked like a shrine was the big... Wait a second, what was that? Was the biggest one for me.
The Son of God approves.
Other than that, all these are just... well... extra to me right now. Out of curiosity.
Autumn thinks otherwise.
Nope. Okay. Actually, I think there may have been a symbol in here? No. Alright, I don't think there was any other really mysteries here. especially regarding Atom's power. Let's talk with Robbie real quick.
Look who's awake.
Complete request.
Awesome. Thanks, Hunter.
Friendship level increase. Nice. And Doctor Strange is in there. Oh, that's right. I didn't even go around and click the essences, gloss, credit, all that good jazz. When I should. And I don't know if these are necessarily new. Or if I already read them. I think I already read them.
Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Of course not, Doctor. The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope?
I've found something on the Abbey grounds that I think you should see.
Oh, sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way. I typically avoid venturing this far from the Abbey, especially at night. It makes Tony nervous, you see. There's an unsettling air about this place.
This church belonged to a preacher named Hiram Shah. His influence turned Salem against its coven.
A charismatic personality and a fearful populace can do much evil together.
There was more to it than that.
Yes, I suspected as much. Not of me. I'm concerned about your personal well-being, Dr. Sense. I think he's actually more afraid of what might happen to my side of the forge without proper supervision. Which, to be fair, is a valid concern. And in most cases, I'm perfectly content to bide my time studying safely indoors. You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
We thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the Sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
Caretaker has shown no hesitation to sealing off the grounds at her discretion.
True. Caretaker could find the resources to create a ward if she put her mind to it.
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient.
Ah, so it's another thing we gotta wait on.
You go on, Hunter. I'd like to study this area a bit more.
So we'll talk with Agatha back at the Abbey then. Oh, there is a... This whole time, I didn't think I could fast travel to the Abbey. In actuality, I can.
What's up, son?
I never wanted to lead the Midnight Suns, but someone needs to keep our focus on what matters. I'll keep doing it.
picture. Thought it was the shop. 'Cause if I can get some gifts, that would be great. So I can really help boost the friendships and get them higher, faster. Let's go talk with Agatha then. Caretaker guy, anything to say?
Gamma is one of the foundational forces of all magic.
What's that?
Okay, not really.
Something on your mind?
I have heard that Wanda's power comes from Chthon.
The way I understand it, as a child, Wanda and her family lived in Transia, not far from Mount Wundagore. Within that mountain, the dark god Chthon had long been imprisoned, his corruptive influence an ongoing threat to the people of Transia.
And Wanda was affected?
Whether Chthon reached out to Wanda, or he found her by chance, I can't say. But Wanda was blessed or cursed by Chthon, touched by the power of chaos magic. While he had hoped to make her some sort of acolyte, she proved to be more capable than even he foresaw.
What can you tell me about Chthon?
One of the first Elder Gods, Chthon is said to have existed for tens of millions of years, well before the dawn of humanity on Earth. Believe it or not, he wasn't always the bastion of evil that we know today.
This story sounds familiar.
As the legend goes, the downfall of the old gods was actually brought upon by Chthon's brother Set, who found that by consuming his siblings, he could gain their power. After Set consumed Hypus, Chthon followed suit with the others, and in this way, many of the first gods also became the first demons.
And how did he come to be imprisoned on Earth?
In the same way Hydra has worked to restore Lilith, various cultists of the past sought to revive Chthon to wield his power. When Chthon failed to cooperate, these same cultists did the only thing they could. They locked him away again.
What do you know about Transia?
Transia is your ancestral homeland, Hunter. The birthplace of Lilith and Caretaker. It has always been a sort of magical junction, drawing in every type of occultist, sorcerer, and even the occasional Elder God. The Abbey grounds still behave in much the same way, even after all this time.
And Wundagore?
Wundagore Mountain has always played a prominent role in whatever scheme was underway. Chthon himself is said to have created the Darkhold, deep within the caverns of the mountain.
What was Caretaker like when she was younger?
I'm sure it's difficult to remember now, but Sarah wasn't always the steadfast contrarian. In our younger days, she was much more enthusiastic about dashing off to save the day, not unlike some of our younger allies among the Suns.
That does not sound like the Caretaker we know and love.
Keep in mind, Hunter, Sarah has faced a great deal of loss in her time here. Everyone she ever cared about, in fact. I would say she's earned the right to be disagreeable, at the very least. She is a very strong woman. I'm not sure I would have held up as well given the same circumstances.
Who were the Knights of Wundagore?
Another mysterious group of heroes in a world full of mysterious groups. Of course, I'm no expert on Transian history. I do know that the Knights of Wundagore were formed as a response to the growing threat of Chthon's influence near the mountain.
What exactly did they do?
Hydra was hardly the first to dabble in chthonic schemes. Many have tried and failed to awaken the Dark God. Over the centuries, the Knights fought alongside a number of allies who stood against the various crazed worshippers of Chthon.
You were there? At the witch trials?
Not initially, no. If I had been, I like to think I could have stopped them before it was too late. I sensed something was wrong, And when the witches cried out in distress, I came to Salem as quickly as I could.
But Shah had already committed his crimes against them?
Yes. It was a devastating discovery. And for the longest time, I blamed myself.
But you see now it was not your fault.
I've come to understand that we must accept the past and move on. But that doesn't mean I won't always carry that pain with me.
I know that feeling all too well.
I know. And I wish you didn't, dear. I really do. Feeling well today, dear? Never a dull moment.
Wait a second, all that talk and we can't talk about the cauldron now? Really?
Oh, hey, Hunter.
Come on. Yep, I can't talk about the cauldron. Well, that just sucks. Yeah, it's stupid. Alright, well, nothing else I can do. So, we'll go ahead and rest, go to the next day. I got a gamma coil. I'm pretty sure, anyways, I got a gamma coil and an intel cache. As well as during that last fight, I had interrogated. So I got I interrogated 2 guys, so I got some credits and 2 new blueprints. Alright, Superlink. Hunter, I'm not best at saying this kind of stuff, but you've been a good friend to me. You have a few, I want to introduce you to someone special. Okay?
Who did you want me to meet?
Hunter of the Abbey, may I formally introduce you to the Hell Ride. I always like to show her to all my friends and just realized that we've been so busy beating back your mom's forces, I haven't had a chance to give you an up-close look at her. Gorgeous, right? Even without the extra hell sauce, she's a beast.
She is one of a kind. As are you, Robbie.
Thanks, Hunter. You always make me feel like, I don't know, like I'm part of this whole thing. Don't get me wrong, I love Nico and the rest of the Sons like family. But, well, sometimes I feel more like invisible by day, rattling chains by night. Know what I mean?
You are not a ghost to me, Robbie.
Maybe not. But I have a feeling the 2 of us are gonna haunt the armies of Lilith anyway.
Nice. Team Friendship level 3. Gift shop supply increased. This is an extra reward. And Ghost Rider's friendship is at 1. Perfect. Another Superlink message, I believe. Hey, Hunter appears. Party decorations ready to go. Last person to speak with his caretaker. She spent 100 years learning how to make the perfect cake. Sure, she can whip up something magic will love. I will ask caretaker. Talk to caretaker about Magic's birthday party. Which she's probably around the table then. Oh, what's Robbie got to say?
Yo, Hunter, your love life is pretty dull, right?
Rude?
No, I mean it as a good thing. I'm over the second-hand relationship drama going around. Peter asked me about every text he sends to his girl. Is it too long, too short, too soon, too late, too needy, too cool? Why didn't she reply? I sent it 5 seconds ago. Blade doesn't even use full sentences. He pops out of nowhere, sits down and goes, "Some women." What does that mean, some women? Are what? Vampires? Space captains?
How about your own relationships?
No troubles whatsoever, because my motto is communication, communication, communication.
So you were saying the Ghost Rider does not ghost?
No ghosting, also no dating. But you didn't ask, so let's assume I've got plenty of options lining up to date me.
I do not doubt it. If I look out the window right now, I am sure I will see the line stretching all the way from Los Angeles.
Nice. Witty comeback. Can we talk to her about...
Yes, dear?
No, I can't.
Could we speak in private?
Will this lead to the two of us shouting at one another?
I cannot see how.
Then yes.
Nico needs help prepping for a magic surprise party.
A surprise party? Have you met Magic?
Why do you say that?
Oh, just a feeling. What does Nico want from me?
Can you handle the cake?
Of course. The trick will be hiding the icing. Magic's sweet tooth can lead her to cupcakes at 50 paces.
Nice. Alright, so that part's set for the party now. Before I get too far. Human Anatomy Volume 4. See the inner workings of the human body laid bare, now with graphic additional illustrations of the circulatory system. Warning, graphic imagery. I'm glad that costs gloss, because I don't really use that for much of anything.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Oh. You've been fighting all your life, right? Do you prefer to hit hard or have an airtight defense? Ooh. Increase offense or increase health? Ooh, that's a tough one. Both are really useful. Health.
Thanks, Hunter.
Alright, everyone else is just practicing in the yard. Now go in here.
Fascinating.
Now, oh, that's right, the
Turns
upgrade.
out Tony does occasionally make useful contributions.
Physical healing completed. I swear the magic comes easier when I'm using it for something good and not just to clobber some idiot Hydra goon, Nico Minoru. Combat therapy, nice. Complete challenge missions earn legendary suits and abilities. Upgrade 4 Nico's abilities. Arise. Phoenix Flame, combat item, schematic. Cosmic Inspiration, upgrade 4 Doctor Strange abilities. Advanced Materials, Force and Hellfire. 5 missions with Iron Man. Proof of words from salvaging abilities. Complete challenge missions to earn legendary suits abilities. 3 missions with magic for Threat Room, Yard Schematic, earn XP in a training combat arena. Borderline suit, reach friendship level 2 with Nico. Interesting, there's so many different researches you could do depending on what you do. With what heroes, when, and how. 6 missions with Blade, Yard Schematic, apply modifications to upgrade abilities. Modifications. What? So the only thing I can do is the old one too. Heroes deal extra damage to any enemies knocked into them. Artifact study.
Found another artifact, Hunter?
Essences,
To be fair,
blueprint 1.
does look interesting, at least.
Research level increased to 6. Except that's fine because I believe. Reroll 1 card whenever a gamma coil is analyzed. What? That would have been so useful. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Welcome to
on
Tony's
that one.
Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today?
Well, let's analyze the one. Let's see what we got here.
Take your pick, Hunter.
Let's do this and this. Because magic and
I'm
Ghost
happy
Rider.
to help, Hunter.
How's my favorite hunter?
let's interact here.
Underneath my mask is a look
Special
of
delivery,
deep
forceful
satisfaction.
knockback towards Spider-Man. Did you guys read that? You're thinking what I'm thinking. War room upgrades. Do I have enough? Two can run at the same
Bye.
time. How much does it cost? Also, yard upgrade. Heroes gain secondary stance from daily sparring. I wish I had more credits, but I don't.
Time's wasting, Hunter. Don't stress it too much. There's no wrong answers here.
Alright, let's upgrade
New and improved.
Slash here.
Timely
Two.
enhancement. Let us see.
Last drain soul.
The fire burns brighter.
Explosives deal increased damage in combat. Nice. Chain strike. Attack essence, which we don't really have much of. What's Nico's ability? He's a skill
Caretaker said I
essence,
need
which
to
we
be a
have a
team
lot of.
player. So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too.
Nice. How much does daily sparring cost? 23 credits. Training XP.
I guess I could.
Alright, all that's just friendship XP.
Peace.
So. So we only have one
This
hero
should
op
keep
anyways.
someone busy.
I'll give a rare ability. Let's go ahead and throw Captain Marvel.
I think I can handle that. What's shaking?
Then we'll run here, see what we can find. And what I'll probably do then is at least do a story mission here. Just that way that progresses a little bit.
Good girl, Charlie.
And that'll probably end on the night portion for the next recording. 14 credits. Wait a second. We might actually have enough for
What's happening, Hunter?
one of the upgrades then. Because
Time to take it to the...
secondary stats from daily training.
Better
Yes.
to have it and not need it, right?
Nice. Combat therapy is now available. Assign an injured hero to combat therapy, and their injuries will be replaced with a combat bonus by the next morning. Heroes assigned to combat therapy cannot go on missions. Daily sparring now grants a
If you
secondary
can be
stat
careful
bonus
in
to
a
a hunter's
straight
sparring
fight,
partner.
I'll let you skip
Secondary
training.
stance provide
Good luck
benefits in
with
combat,
that.
such as improving critical strike chance or increasing knockback distance. Sweet.
Back again.
Daily sparring. I can't do it with Spider-Man. That sucks.